I am here with Sara Sabaliauskas. She is the Director of Community Relations and Marketing for Project Houseworks. Sara, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm excited to hear about Brush Up, which is coming up here later in the month of August. And what is it? What is the Brush Up event?
So Brush Up this year will be celebrating its 32nd annual anniversary. So it's a long-standing community event, and it is a wraparound service, and it is completely free exterior painting done by community volunteers for our low-income senior homeowners enrolled in our program.
And why don't you just tell it just briefly, Project Houseworks, tell me the mission and who do you serve?
Sure. So we provide low-income senior homeowners with free home repairs and modifications so they can stay in their homes and age in place safely.
Okay. And you guys do just an amazing job. I mean, I'm familiar with the organization. Love Lynette, the executive director, and you guys just do amazing work. So let's first, how does a senior qualify to have their home painted?
Sure. So the qualifications for Brush Up are just the same as our Project Houseworks program. And to qualify, you have to be 60 or older, own your home, live in Douglas or Sarpy County, and be at 50% or below area median income, which for a one income household is approximately $2,500 a month or less.
Okay.
However, most of our seniors, their average monthly income is just at $1,500. So they're well below 50% AMI.
Absolutely. Okay. We did talk briefly before we started recording about 2020. You had the event in 2020, despite COVID. And it's you're painting houses, you're outdoors and all that good stuff. So how did that event, how did it go?
Well, the fact that it happened is a success. And even like you said, despite COVID, we still were able to paint 24 homes, which was very incredible. We were really pleased with that. So that means 24 seniors had their house painted for free. And any homeowner who has looked into getting their house painted knows it is very, very expensive.
Yeah.
So to be able to do that for 24 seniors was wonderful. And this year is bigger and better than ever. I think if anything, COVID has really taught us that there's nothing more important than your neighbor and your community. Yeah. And so we're really feeling that with our corporate teams and our community groups who are coming out in a big way. And so we have 38 teams, No, we have 50 teams. 50 teams. Some have combined, depending on their size and their experience level. And we are painting 38 homes.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
It's incredible.
That's wonderful.
No, I'm sorry, I lied. 36 homes, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. 36, 38.
36, but still, it's pretty awesome.
That's a lot of homes. Can people still volunteer, or is that something that you already have in place?
Well, with the event quickly approaching on the 21st of this month, we do have everything in place. We have about 800 volunteers this year. Wow. So as you can imagine, that's a lot of coordination. So,
absolutely.
Everything is kind of already set in place, and now it's the home stretch. However, we start planning this event the end of this year. So if anyone is interested in volunteering, I know next August seems like a very long ways away, but for us, we're going to be in the thick of planning right when the new year kicks off. And so if you are interested, please reach out and let's get you going right away. So that way we don't miss you in between the deadline of team registration and the event happening.
Absolutely. So you're painting 36 houses this year. Is the need greater than 36 houses?
Well, yes, it is, but we have to, there are certain other things that go into matching a team with a home. Sure. So we've had a lot of homeowners apply, but their home is simply too big for volunteers to get on ladders. A lot of our teams are comfortable getting on ladders, but we have almost like 3-story homes that's just too big of a project. And then also depending on, we want to make sure that the volunteers have a great experience. Not only are they safe, but it's a really wonderful community relationship moment between that homeowner
Sure.
and the volunteer team. So there's a lot of things that go into that. So the need is great. It's just a matter of finding the right home for the right volunteer team.
Absolutely. I mean, and that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Well, let's talk a little bit about, just in the last minute we have here, how can people contribute to Project Houseworks aside from Brush Up?
Sure. I think honestly, the most important piece is just being our advocate, our community ambassador. So if you know a senior that needs help with their home, please have them call us. And then also the second most important part of that is if you want to become involved with our organization, whether it be a financial contribution, you want to volunteer in some way outside of Brush Up, we always are welcoming and open to those kinds of opportunities. So if you're interested in learning more, we could come and do a lunch and learn at your business or for your community group or your church, whatever it may be. We're always happy and willing to just spread the word about our programs.
Absolutely. Well, Sara, any last words in the last 15 seconds, final words?
Just thank you to you, Andy, for all of your support of Project Houseworks and, the seniors that we're helping.
You are so welcome. And thank you so much for coming on the show today, and encourage everybody. If you're not a volunteer this year, we'll make an announcement as we get to the first of the year, just to remind folks that they can start, applying, registering to volunteer. So Sara, thank you once again.
Thank you, Andy.